family. Welcome to Wednesday. Hey, I just wanted to follow up on a couple of comments from the last couple days' vlogs. I believe it was Philip Reed that asked, don't you guys have inspections during the building process? Well, the quick answer is basically no. The only inspection we're really maybe going to have is a plumbing inspection, but that hasn't even happened yet. Maine has extremely relaxed building codes. In fact, there is no statewide building code at all. There's just this like patchwork of local codes. So in towns like Whitefield, you pretty much do what you want and nobody bothers you, which has its upsides and its downsides. The other question was, I think from Cheryl Cadzo, and Cheryl said, you're allowed to wear sandals on the job site? Again, in Maine, you know, we have the Occupational Health and Safety Organization, Safety and Health Association or something, or whatever it is. But there's no enforcement and there's no real like policing force in Maine, and for small groups like mine, where it's just a single guy, you know, nobody ever really checks you. So it's mainly for companies that have employees to protect the employees. My father used to run around in bare feet when he's a home builder as well, and he used to build exclusively in bare feet all day, which is just crazy to think about. But yeah, I wear sandals all day because I can't, you know, and they're not steel-toed because I just can't stand hot feet. Anyway, I hope those questions, I hope those answers cleared up some of your questions. I'll see you at the slaughterhouse. How you doing? What's up, Pepper? What's up, Pepper? There's a good girl. Ooh, this is a good girl.
Well, let me reach down in there and do it, and I'll see if I can fluff that in. You might want to watch those wires a little bit.
Well, we have all three of our walls stood now, and Troy and I just set up these lines along the inside of the top plate so that we can straighten the walls in and out with these telescoping braces. You know, before you set the trusses on top, you want to make sure that your walls are parallel and they're straight. So we'll just have these little blocks at each end of the line, and then we can measure in between and make sure that it's even all the way across. Miserably hot today. Hot, sticky, nasty. We called it a bit of an early day on account of the heat, and we sort of got to a good stopping place here. We've got all our walls up. We demoed up there. Basically, the next step here outside is installing the roof trusses. So we've put a layout along that top plate so that we know where the trusses go. There's going to be one that goes up alongside the building there, and then we'll sheathe the top, and then we'll have a roof over the structure, so we can start doing the interior partitioning and all that. Tomorrow, however, we're probably going to be doing some demo work inside to get ready for the electrician and to do some reframing in there. So anyway, it was a great day, and I'm definitely ready to bust out of here. Now that I have two cameras, I can show you what I'm doing. It's funny because the iPhone is so multi-purpose for me. It's a phone, it's an internet surfer, it's a camera. So, if I need to make a telephone call, I have to stop any time lapse that's happening, but I don't have to do that anymore. So what I'm doing every day is I have a Google Calendar, and I just fill out my hours and a description of work that I do, and then I can just cut and paste that into QuickBooks later. So it's wicked convenient. I just do it at the end of every day, so I'm not forgetting. I almost forgot. I almost drove off without doing it, but my brain isn't working. It's so hot. Communicate with trust company, comma, clean up, period. Bam, just like that. I know I've seemed semi-excited about having this new iPhone 7, but I will say that aspects of the new camera are very poor as compared to my iPhone 6. The image stabilization is like gone with this camera. So whenever I'm doing like shots where I've got a dash cam mounted or any shot where there's movement, it just jars the lens and it bounces around. You see that on the video. I mean, it's like really bad. So I've actually gone back to taking, dash cam shots and any action shots with my iPhone 6 because it's just a way better camera. Now apparently there's a bigger aperture on this new camera, so it lets in more light and does better in low light situations, which I guess maybe that's a good thing. I wouldn't say that I care less about it. That I'll probably like that eventually. The other good things about this new iPhone are the speakers are like outstanding. It's unbelievable the kind of sound that comes out of them. And the processing speed, I would say, is slightly faster. So that's kind of cool too. Other than that, if I had to do it over again, I think I would probably just get my iPhone 6 screen fixed like I have now and forgo this new iPhone 7 because generally I'm disappointed. I would say if you are thinking about getting an iPhone 7 and you're excited about the camera that comes with it, you ought to do a little research first and see if it's the right phone for you. Just some advice. Check out Zephyr's Three Sisters planting. Man, that's going really good. You remember what the deal was here? We had corn on the mounds, and then beans eventually will grow up the corn stalks, and then there are squashes. Well, they're not squashes, but they're pumpkins and gourds and watermelons that are growing around the foot of it. But this is looking really good, even as dry as it is. I got a few minutes here. I'm gonna bob up and see my mother. My brother's actually doing a re-guttering project on her house. So I want to take a peek at that, and she had some question about some tool I had given her and how it works. So I thought I'd steal up there for a bit and give you a chance to see how poor the image stabilization is. Now this is on the selfie camera. Watch this. That's just driving down my driveway. Isn't that awful? When I get on another dirt road, I will show you what it looks like on the iPhone 6. All right, on the dirt road with the iPhone 6, are you ready? You're gonna check the difference now? This is just straight video. Absolutely no distortion. very disappointed with the iPhone 7 camera. Apple, very disappointed. Is this a hardware issue, or can this be fixed in like a bug fix, or what? Apple, what's up? That's weird.
Who the hell is that?
Zava, what's
Hey,
happening?
nice shirt there, man.
I know, that was a giant water truck left earlier.
Filling their pool, no doubt. The grade for the drain.
Yeah.
So what stupidly thinking, well, we'll just bend it here. Here's my one
Fennel.
fennel. Don't get that rug in there.
Oh, too late.
And this is my new, it needs tweaking. But it's my new, the couch goes under there, maybe you can help me put it up
A
there.
little shady spot there.
So that the cats can have the windows open.
Oh, I see.
Without
Without getting direct
without
sunlight.
sun. Now, is this a cucumber?
I guess I didn't quite gather earlier that these are two rakes. Jeez, what's going on? This place is a booby trap, mother. Well, that was fun. You know, whenever I see her, we're both very proud of our gardens. So whenever I see her up there in the summertime, she always gives me the grand tour to show me how everything's doing with the poppies and the grapes and the tomatoes and the parsley and everything she's got planted around. She's always got some contraption going like that overhanging awning thing. I love it. I love it. All right, back home, I'm starving.